Hello people, my name is Ifichuku, your humble host, and I'm welcoming you to another interesting episode of D2R Network Connecting People. Here, it's a configuration, a summit of young people and the young at heart. And what we do here is talk about all that has to do with relationship, love, romance, marriage, sex, everything that has to do with the well-being of you and I. Now, basically, I'm going to be talking today about something that's very, very important to me, and that is in the heart-to-heart segment. I term this unrealistic expectation. Now, how do you explain a situation and a scenario whereby a young lady who's been waiting for the right man to come her way after like 6 years, and suddenly she finds someone? Okay, she got connected to someone, and truly speaking, for the first time in so many years, or in her life, as she testified, this is the first time someone is so much in love with her, so much so that he is able to wait for her for like 2 solid years just to say, let me give you a chance, I will give you a chance. And the guy is, by the way, standby, waiting, refusing to give any other person a chance. And guess what she says to me? She just says to me that, sorry, Sister Ify, when I think about this guy, I feel like puking. Guess what she tells me? She tells me that, Sister Ify, whenever I think about this guy, I feel like puking, I feel like throwing up. And I'm wondering, fine, he is not altogether your usual knight in shining armor or a very handsome guy, but he's still a human being. He's not exactly an ape, if you ask me. But then she just says she doesn't want him. And I'm like, okay, why don't you just give him a chance? Try to see. He has a good heart. He's a Christian. He's within that age, late 30s, about 40. And you were already in your mid-30s. And you were telling me you don't want to give him a chance. You don't want to hear about him. And 2 years is going and nobody else is coming. And you're saying this guy is not your class. I said, okay, fine. He has a good job, by the way. That's very important. He earns good money. And you say you don't even want to get to know him. And I'm like, oh God. I feel like crying for this lady because you know what? As far as I'm concerned, this is unrealistic expectation. Let me tell you what I would do if I'm in her shoes. I'll try to get to know who this young man is first and foremost. Make him my friend first and foremost. Give him a chance to really evolve and show what he's got. And if in the long run he is not looking like or acting like or I'm not still down with him, like I said, guy, we're not going to make it. It's not going to work. Let's just leave it at that. But she just doesn't want to hear about him, and time is going. You would tell me here, it's likely you could say, by the way, why is she supposed to get married to someone she doesn't love? Yes, she's not supposed to get married to somebody she doesn't love. But not when the person is everything you want in a man, except for the fact that he is not exactly your Denzel Washington or your Ramsey Noah or your... And this lady is altogether a beauty queen. She is actually the kind of lady that so many guys have seen by my matchmaking, and they say, why would you send me such a girl? She's not my class. And I'm like, okay, fine. Nay, can you just give it a try? Because you've cried for 6 years. You've waited for 6 years. You've been praying for 6 years. You've been disturbing me for 6 years. We've been working at it for 6 years. And now, someone with a good job, someone who loves you to wait for 2 extra years, someone who cares enough to take your whatever crap you're bringing across has come, and you're telling me you can't even stand the sight of him. It's either spiritual or maybe in village people they say something. I don't understand. Well, it's Twitter Network Connecting People. Tell me what you think about your best advice to this young lady, and let us see if we can pass it across to her. What should she do?
Lift your voices to obey Jehovah. He's a mighty maker, the river of life. I worship you. Ibuchoku, owe anyere gomume, ikari asenibo. Itirobe mama, ibu akaka, onwe anyere gomume, ikari asenebo.
Give him the boot, kick him out, or still keep waiting maybe for another 4 years for a Ramsey Noah or a Denzel Washington to show up. My name is Ifichuku, and I'm having fun talking with you, sharing with you right here on this hot segment of D2R Network Connecting People. I hope you had a nice time. I'll see you after this time out. Let's go and see what we have onto this package of D2R Network Connecting People. It sure promises to give you a wow experience. See you after now.
My name is Yenya Nikolakpokuti. This is D2R Network.
Are you a matured single ready to settle down with a responsible and godly partner? Then hurry now and text your profile to the numbers on the screen. Age is no barrier. Getting married is possible.
Here you don't need to buy form. Just come to this program. It's where people who are looking for husbands and wives. We have so many testimonies.
I attended our wedding last month. I happened to be at the MC. I asked her how she got hooked up with a guy. She said it was from D2R that she got hooked up with a guy. She's now in Port Harcourt with her husband. They are all happily married.
I met my husband through this program.
And right now, as I'm talking with you, I am fully married.
Also, you can call to book for an appointment for the one-on-one counseling, personalized matchmaking, personality profiling, and marriage guidance with Sister Ife.
If you're not here, you are not connected, my brother.
They are doing it. I've seen it work. It's real. Don't waste your time. Time didn't go.
D2R Network.
Connecting people.
Thank you so much, my dear people. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful episode of D2R Network Connecting People. I am your humble host. My name is Ifichuku, your humble host. And I'm so delighted to let you know that this is a program that promises to take care of your emotional, psychological, relationship, marital, and psychological needs, all of them that has to do with your personality, and of course, your happiness in general. I started off by talking about unrealistic expectations. I'll give you another example. Some ladies are not married today, or some guys are not married today because of the kind of expectations that they peg their life, attach their lives to. I'm not saying it is wrong for you to have very high standards, of have very, very lofty expectations for yourself. It's good. It's good to dream high and tall and big. But tell yourself the truth. When the clock is ticking, when everything is not looking like it's so positive anymore, and someone comes along the line and you just begin to say things like, oh, he's not my class. Excuse me, what were you doing when you were in your early 20s? What were you doing when you were in your early 30s? And then you're in your mid-30s, you are still choosing husband. Excuse me. Anyway, it is well. God will help us, give us wisdom and understanding. I'll give another example again. Another lady, still a lady from another part of the country, she just said to me, okay, she's been on with me for like 3-4 years also, and then it's been difficult getting her someone that she really likes her. And then suddenly this guy comes to me and says, I'm based in Kebbi State. I'm actually a federal government worker, a civil servant. I work in a secondary school. I'm widowed. I'm just about 40. I don't have a child because my wife died before giving us a child. And I just want a young woman who just loves God, who cares about me, who would start another family with me. And the first person I thought about was this young woman who's been waiting all this while. And then guess what she just says? Oh no, as long as he's not living in Abuja, he's not living in Lagos, or he's not living in any of the hybrid city, I don't want to go there. I said, okay, but he's actually shuttling between Abuja and KB. For crying out loud, what am I going to be doing with a teacher? He's a school principal. I don't want that. I said, okay, sis, please, what are you doing for a living right now? I don't have a job yet. Oh, you don't have a job yet? Beautiful. Have you gone back to school for your HND? I actually managed to get my OND and I haven't gotten a job. And I'm like, okay, do you learn any trade? Have you learned any trade? Like learning how to make hair or computer? Or, please, I don't do such. I'm just waiting for the right job and the right man to come. She is not so educated. She is jobless. She is an applicant. Yet she's looking for a man in Abuja City who has all the money in the world to take care of all her problems. And guess what? She is actually 38 going to 40. And you're telling me, is this not unrealistic expectation, for crying out loud? Menopause is knocking. And a young man of 40 comes along and says, I want to marry you. Because I'm a widowed person, I just want a woman who will understand me or can build a family. And you're telling me, I don't even want to know who he is. He is not my type. As long as he is not living in Abuja, I can't marry him. Okay, how much does he earn? I said, okay, he earns about 300,000 naira. And that's too small for me. Please, young ladies, let me tell you the truth. Let's talk heart to heart. Well, they say one man's meat is another man's poison. In as much as a man is not your type, he could just be what another woman is praying night and day for. And some other guys have some very funny expectations. A man doesn't have a job or a good job. A man, he doesn't really live in a good place. He may be squatting. The same man is looking for a virgin girl. The same man is looking for a girl who has a fat bank account. The same man is looking for a girl who is 22 years old. The same man is looking for a girl who fears God. All of this package must come. And what is he offering the young lady? Nothing but his father's name that can't even open a gatesman's door. And you want all of this and you have nothing to offer. Please, let's stop dealing ourselves with unrealistic expectations, because truly speaking, it spoils a lot of things.
Lift your voices to obey Jehovah. He's a mighty maker, the river of life. I worship you. Ibu chukwu onwe nyere gomume ikari ya senibo itirobe mumma ibu akaka onwe nyere gomume ikari ya senibo.
And at least I forget, I want to let you understand that some people don't look like what they really are at the first instance. I believe, and I also get to hear a lot of things. There's an adage that says that first impression matters, or a saying that says first impression matters. Yes, but for some people, it doesn't just happen that way. For them, the first impression is never it. They may not even get it right at the first impression. And if you judge them by their first impression, you're just going to be goofing. For some, they're like wrapped up gifts you need to unravel. Layers after layers before you find the diamond inside them. And when you find this diamond, you'll be amazed the quality of diamond you would find. I want to challenge you today. If you'll be in business or you're in a relationship, quit judging people by what they look like. They may look like filth today because of circumstances, but a little bit of polishing, you'll be amazed at the kind of personality and quality of human being you have in that person, which may be far better than the one who is looking all glamorous, all clad up, all and all wow, but at the end of the day, just an empty shell. That when you break it, you're going to get rotten egg water gushing out. Smelly and all of that. So please, let us try to give each other a chance. Let us try to look at humanity the way God would look at humanity. Please. And before you miss Mr. Right, thinking he is going to be looking like there's a Washington, please just greet that young man very well. Answer him politely. Try to get to know who he really is. Especially when he shows interest in you. Before kicking him out of your life. And vice versa for the guys. Quit looking for the ladies in banks only. Quit looking for only the ladies who have, posh cars, who come from very wealthy homes. At the end of the day, they may not offer you anything but misery and sorrow. So please, it's both-sided. Try and be realistic in your expectation. And most importantly, try to find out what God has in store for you. You may not be destined to marry Edenzel Washington, but you could have the best man in the whole world. You may not be destined to marry Anagbani Darego, but you could just have the best woman in the whole world if you were a little bit patient enough to dig a little bit better to find out what that jewel has got right inside. My name is Ifichuku. I had a good time spent with you, and thank you so much for following me and for joining me. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, wherever you can catch us, YouTube. Please do justice and download our videos and have a good time. My name is Ifichuku. I'll see you again next week with another wonderful package. Until then, I want to let you know that you can only be the best of yourself, not another person. Quit copying, and God bless you for being you. I love you to the bone.
My name is Unrealistic. This is D2R Network.
Are you a matured single ready to settle down with a responsible and godly partner? Then hurry now and text your profile to the numbers on the screen. Age is no barrier. Getting married is possible.
Here you don't need to buy form, just come to this program. Is where people who are looking for husbands and wives, we have so many testimonies.
I attended her wedding last month. I happened to be at the MC. I asked her how she got hooked up with a guy. She said it was from D2R that she got hooked up with a guy. She's now in Port Harcourt with her husband. They are all happily married.
I met my husband through this program.
And right now, as I'm talking with you, I am fully married.
Also, you can call to book for an appointment for the one-on-one counseling, personalized matchmaking, personality profiling, and marriage guidance with Sister Ife.
If you're not here, you are not connected, my brother.
They are doing it. I've seen it work. It's real. Don't waste your time. Time didn't go.
D2R Network.
Connecting people.